Hello friends, can you hear my voice? If you can hear my voice, can you just type OK or yes in the chat window so I am sure, and then we can start the session. Hi Jalaj, hi Rupesh, hi Amanjeet. रुपेश इज सेइंग कुछ अच्छा पाने के लिए वेट करना पड़ता है. आपकी लाइन पढ़कर मुझे फिल्म बाजीगर की लाइन याद आ गई है. एनीवेज, लेट्स फोकस ऑन द सेशन. गुड इवनिंग एवरीवन. So we are building up good strength in the session today. It seems a lot of people are joining in. So I'll just start with the next 1 or 2 minutes, and this is part 7 of your previous year questions on finance and management that have been asked in RBI or SEBI exams in the previous years. Today I will be discussing lesser number of questions, only 5, so that now we can concentrate more on understanding the concept rather than covering 10 questions and focusing on the answers. Good evening everyone. Fine, so let's start. So as I told you, this is part number 7 on your previous year questions on finance and management. First 6 parts we have already done, and you can see that in our other videos on our YouTube channel by the name EduTap. So this video is relevant for your RBI Grade B and SEBI Grade A 2019 exams, both of them which are going to be held in the coming 9 months which are left in this year. Before I start, let me remind you about excellent results by EduTap. In 2017, 27 selections in RBI Grade B and 11 in NABARD Grade A, and in 2018 there has been excellent results, mind-blowing results. 70 plus selections in RBI Grade B. These are the final selections, mind you, these are not the interview calls. And then in NABARD Grade A, 26 out of 46 seats have been grabbed by students of EduTap, and recently results of SEBI Grade A have been announced, which is very good result. 41 out of 84 total seats have been grabbed by students of EduTap. This is really good number, considering that this was the first year by EduTap in SEBI Grade A examination. And then for IBPS A4, we have got 100 plus interview calls for IBPS A4. The final results are going to be announced by EduTap very soon, that how many people got selected. And these are our individual courses that you can join in case you want to enroll into one of our courses. Courses are there for RBI Grade B, SEBI, NABARD, RBI Assistant and IBPS AFO. And then we have combo courses for RBI, NABARD and SEBI. For RBI, NABARD, SEBI, RBI, NABARD, SEBI. So as per your convenience, whichever 1, 2 or 3 exams you want to give, you can enroll into that course. And then there is new course which is a QRE course, that is for all banking exams. QRE stands for Quant, Reasoning and English. This is a very comprehensive course which covers quantitative aptitude, reasoning ability and English from a totally different perspective, with a lot of videos and a lot of practice questions that shall be helpful to you for phase 1 of RBI, NABARD, SEBI, RBI, and phase 1 and phase 2 of other banking exams like SBI PO, RRB PO and other clerical exams. So this is the first question on your screen, and this is a numerical. So today we are starting with a numerical. So I'll wait for next 2 minutes and I shall see who is able to solve this question, because this is not an easy question, but at the same time it is not tough. But yes, it can take some time for you to do the calculations. So please read out this question, try to solve it and try to give me the answer in next 1.5 minutes. You cannot devote more than 1.5 minutes or 2 minutes to this question, though it seems lengthy, but there are a lot of values given in the question that makes it easy. The question is, you invest 5,000 at the end of each year for next 5 years, and the interest rate is 5% on your investment. So the question is that what would be the total value of your money at the end of 5 years, and you have to assume that the present value, I think it has to be a future value, that the future value of annuity factor at 5% it would be 5.52. So here it is written present, but it would be future. So basically you are investing 5,000 at the end of at the end of each year for next 5 years, and you have to calculate the total money that you will be getting at the end of 5 years, and the future value annuity factor at 5% is given to be 5.52. And this is given for 5 years, mind it. future value annuity factor at 5% interest for next 5 years is 5.52. Lot of people are answering it as C. Why? Okay, because they feel that 27,600 is the answer. Come on guys, I'm very happy. If so many people can answer this question within 2 minutes, then this is really good. It means your concepts are clear and you're able to implement what you are studying. So let me explain the answer to this question. First of all, you should be very well versed with the concept of an annuity. What is an annuity? Annuity is when you get money, actually the same amount of money at the end of each year for certain number of years. That certain number of years can be 5, can be 4, can be 8, can be 10. So here in the question it says that annuity is for 5 years, that at the end of each year you will get 5,000. I have listed here 1000 because first I want to explain the concept, then I will come to the figure of 5000. Suppose you get 1000 at the end of 5 years for next 5 years, then your future value would be, first you will calculate the future value of this 1000, that is the money you invest at the end of first year. So how much time it will compound? It will compound for next 4 years. So 1000 into 1 plus R by 100, R here is 5%, that means 5 by 100, 0.05. So 1.05 raised to the power T or N, which is 4 years, right? So money which you are investing here will get 4 years to multiply. So here this is 4. So this comes out to be 1215. Similarly, money which you are investing at the end of second year will get 3 years to multiply. So here N will become 3. So likewise, you will calculate the net amount of money that you will get for each of your investments in the preceding years at the end of 5 years, and this will be your calculation. So if you sum this up, you will get 5525.64. This is one way to do it, and this is the best way to understand an annuity. But then there are shortcuts which are very useful for the exam. The shortcut is that if you have to find the future value, so here again I think I have done a mistake, it's not PV, it's FV. If you have to find the future value, what you do? You multiply your amount which is at the start, that is here you at the 1000. I mean the money which you are investing at the end of each year, so here it is 1000. So 1000 into, you multiply it by the future value annuity factor, and that future value annuity factor should be for the same duration and for same rate of interest. So in the question you are given that future value annuity factor for 5 years, because here the duration is 5 years, and at 5% because the rate of interest is 5%, is 5.52. So you multiply your money which you are investing at the end of each year by this factor 5.52 and you will get 5520. So here there is small difference between 5525 and 5520, but I think that is because the future value annuity factor is not correct up to 3 decimal places. Here it is given only up to 2 decimal places, so there is small difference coming in, but don't worry about that. Now let's come to the actual question. I have explained you the concept of annuity and explained you how you can use the shortcut formula. So here we have used the value of 1000 because in my example it was 1000 that was being invested at the end of 5 years. But here in the actual question it is 5000 that is being invested at the end of each year. So my future value would be 5000 into future value annuity factor, which is 5.52. So if I multiply 5000 by 5.52, I get 27,600. Again here it is not PV, it is FV, it's wrongly written, it's a typo by me. Right? So I hope you would have understood the concept behind annuity and how to implement the shortcut formula if you want to find the future value using the future value annuity factor. Here the shortcut can only be used because you are given this future value annuity factor. Right guys, I hope you like this thing, and if you like this thing, please press on the like button to like this session, and in the meantime we shall move to question number 2 of the day. Mind you, I will be doing only 5 questions today, and if you can get 5 out of 5, I mean kudos to you, you would have done well. So the question number 2 is, a framework developed by Frederick Herzberg suggests that there are certain factors in the workplace that can cause job satisfaction and a separate set of factors can cause dissatisfaction. Which theory are we talking about? So the question is again very simple. It's about theory by Frederick Herzberg, which says that the factors which satisfy us are different from the factors which dissatisfy us. Which theory are we talking about? Okay, Vashu has answered it first. Is the answer according to him or her is option number 2, that is two-factor theory. Deepika Tripathi is also saying two-factor theory. Manideep is saying 2. Aditya is saying B. Amanjit Kaur is saying 2. Yogesh Kambli is saying B. Akanksha is saying 2. Santosh is saying 2. Apurva is saying 2. So it means that the consensus is with option number 2. So I think it's a very easy question, because a lot of people are answering it, unlike the first question which was a numerical. Not many people answered it, right? Because they didn't know about the shortcut, I think. So I think we have to go with this answer. Answer number 2 or option number 2 is the answer, and that is the right thing. Theory by Frederick Herzberg, which says that factors which satisfy us are different from the factors which cause dissatisfaction, is called two-factor theory. Let me explain this theory in little bit detail, so that in exam, if there is a separate question on two-factor theory, in all probability you are able to solve that. So what is two-factor theory? Two-factor theory says that the factors basically which dissatisfy us, if we fulfill those factors, that does not necessarily mean that we would be satisfied or motivated also. For example, if you do not have basic hygiene factors, if you do not have proper water, if you do not have proper electricity in office, if you do not have proper ventilation in office, then your staff would be dissatisfied and obviously unmotivated. But suppose you implement all these hygiene factors, you provide proper toilets, proper ventilation, proper air, proper water, proper electricity, then your staff will not be dissatisfied, right? Because they have got the basic things. They might not be dissatisfied, but that does not mean that they are satisfied or motivated, right? So here there is a difference between not being dissatisfied and being satisfied. If you are not dissatisfied according to two-factor theory, that does not mean that you are satisfied, right? So it says that yes, you might have got the hygiene factors like water, electricity, money, air, but still you might not be motivated. You will be not dissatisfied, but still you will not be motivated. You will still be unmotivated. And for that, to provide that motivation or to provide that satisfaction, motivational factors has to be given, like challenging task, right? A lot of responsibility. So these are some of the motivational factors that has to be given so that employee becomes motivated or satisfied. So if you provide these factors, your dissatisfaction will be removed. If you provide hygiene factors, your dissatisfaction will be removed, but that does not mean you are satisfied or motivated. To make you satisfied or motivated, the company has to provide motivational factors like job enrichment, good complex assignments, lot of responsibility to the employees. All these factors will act as motivation to the employee. Right guys, I hope you like this explanation, and let's now move to question number 3, which is very easy. I hope lot of you would have got 2 out of 2 till now, and let's see how many of you would be able to get 5 out of 5 today. So question number 3 is that the leadership style where all the rights and power to make decision is fully given to the worker, and leaders allow followers or give followers the complete freedom to make decisions concerning the completion of their work. It allows followers a self-rule while at the same time offering guidance and support when requested. Which leadership style are we talking about? Delegative, democratic, participative, transactional or transformational? Come on guys, these are the questions that have been asked in the actual exam, so I hope you would be able to answer this, and if you are able to answer this, then you can think one of you who can crack RBI or SEBI exam this year. A lot of people are answering it as 1. Santosh, Savan, Dikti, Himanshu, Ashutosh. Everybody is answering it as 1. Nobody thinks that this can be democratic leadership, that is option number 2. Okay, Vashu is the first one who thinks that the answer can be democratic, that is option number 2. Subhashiri also says 1. Vashu is still with democratic. Apurva is saying option number 3, that is participative. Tritha is saying option number 1. The Lone Wolf, exciting name, is saying democratic, that is option number 2. Devendra Patil is saying 3. Fine, so I can see though the consensus is with option number 1, but there is a lot of confusion between people whether the answer is 1, 2 or 3. Let's read the question again. The question says that the leadership style is the one where the workers have been given rights and power to make decisions, and that power is given fully. The leaders have given complete freedom to the workers. They can make decisions regarding the completion of their work, and it allows followers a self-rule. Self-rule means that workers can do whatever they want, and they can do in whatever manner they want. Right? But the leader would be always there if workers need any guidance and support. So, can it be democratic? Guys, in democratic leadership, what happens is, try to understand, in democratic leadership, what happens is leaders take opinion of everyone, but it is the leader who takes the decisions and communicates that decision back to the teammates. But in democratic leadership, the workers does not have the freedom to make their own decisions or to do work in a manner they want. That is not a democratic leadership, that is a delegative leadership. And the question is saying that the workers have the complete freedom to make their own decisions. And the keyword here is self-rule. Try to pick the keywords in the question. These questions would always be confusing. So the answer is option number 1. And to explain in context of this question, I would like you to explain about 3 leadership styles which are very important and has been again and again asked in your RBI and SEBI grade A exams. These 3 leaderships are autocratic, democratic and laissez-faire delegative. So basically, autocratic leadership is the one where the leader takes all the decisions. He does not even take opinion of its workers. So basically, he takes all the decisions without taking any opinion and asks leaders ask employees or expect employees to follow his or her directions. That is autocratic, like Hitler was. The next is democratic or participative. Democratic and participative means the same. Democratic participative, as I told you, is a style in which a leader takes opinion of everybody before reaching a decision, and once he takes the opinion of everybody, he uses his abilities to take a decision, but he takes his decisions independently after taking the opinion. Right, so that is democratic. In laissez-faire or delegative, it is the basically leader who gives freedom to the employees to take their own decisions. The leaders does not take the decisions. Leaders only come into picture when workers or employees ask for their guidance and support. Right? So these are the basic 3 leadership styles. Every year there will be a question among these leadership styles. Right? So let's move to question number 4 now. This is about future contract. And before you attempt this question, please let me know how many of you have got 3 out of 3 till now. Just type in the chat window and let me know how many of you have got 3 out of 3 now. So the answers have started pouring in. Deepika Tripathi saying, oh, so this is not about the answer, this is about how many questions they have got correct. So Deepika and Dhanu have got 3 out of 3 correct till now. Even Amit and Himanshu have got 3 out of 3 till now. That's good. So let's focus on the question now. Question is that a future contract is that in context of futures contract, which is the correct definition of a futures contract? An agreement to buy or sell a specified quantity of a particular asset during a given period at the spot price. That agreement in which the buyer and the seller agree to buy and sell a specific quantity of a particular asset at the spot price. Second is a marketable obligation to buy or sell a specified quantity of a particular asset during a given period for a given price. That an obligation on the buyer and the seller to buy or sell a specified quantity of a specified asset during a certain period and at the price which is decided by both the parties. So this is 2. The third is option to buy or sell a specific. So this is about an option, not an obligation. That is wrong because futures contract always leads to an obligation. Fourth is marketable obligation to buy or sell a specified quantity of a particular asset during a given period at a price to be determined in future. So you see that a lot of these options seems to be similar, but there is little bit difference in words of these options, and that shall help you to find the correct answer. And I can see a lot of people are answering it as 2 or B. Mahalakshmi, Rupesh, Himanshu, Trita, Savan, Danu, Deepika, all are answering it as 2. So it means that most of the people feel that 2 is the answer. Nobody feels that the answer can be option number 4, where there is obligation to buy or sell a specified quantity of a particular asset during a given period and the price of that buy or sell transaction would be determined in the future. Don't you think the answer can be option number 4? Okay, Shreya Pandey feels that the answer is option number 4. But still majority of the people are saying it as 2. Shubha, Vaibhav, Apurva, Nandanwar is saying 2. And let me tell you the answer is 2. The difference between option number 1, 2 and 4 is that almost everyone is saying the same thing, but option number 1 says that in futures contract the transaction takes place at the spot price. That is wrong. Second option says that in futures contract the transaction or the buy or sell transaction for a specified quantity for a particular asset takes place at the given price. It means the price which is already agreed. That is right. Option number 4 says that the price at which the transaction would take place under the futures contract would be determined in the future. No, that is wrong. The price is already determined when the future contract is made. Right? So the answer here is option number 2, not option number 4. My dear friends, whoever is answering it as option number 4, though your concept seems to be right, but then it's not absolutely right. You have not gone into the depth of understanding the futures contract. Right, so the answer is option number 2. And for those who are new to futures contract, who don't know even about ABC of futures contract, let me explain you about futures contract in brief. Suppose there is a farmer who produces onion and there is a factory who uses onion to make a sauce of onions. Now this farmer will cultivate his crop after 30 days and this factory also needs the onions after 30 days. This farmer is worried that after 30 days the price might decrease. Today the price is say 100 rupees per kg. Farmer feels that price after 30 days might come down from 100, say 90, and the factory feels that today the price is 100 rupees per kg, but after 30 days the price might increase, it might come to 110 per kg. So both are worried about their losses in future. Farmer is worried because he thinks price might come down, factory is worried because it thinks that price might increase. So they are thinking in opposite directions, but they are both worried. So what they would do, they will basically enter into a futures contract. So basically farmer will sell the 100 kg onions at a price which he thinks is a fair price he wants to get. So I told you 100 rupees per kg, but obviously price of onion is about 15 to 20 rupees per kg, right? So I correct myself. Farmer thinks that the price will decrease from 15 rupees per kg and factory thinks the price will increase from 15 rupees per kg. So they will enter into a deal where they will think that it's better to enter into a contract. Farmer will enter into a contract with the factory that I will sell you my onions after 30 days at 15 rupees per kg, and factory will think that it's better to enter into a contract with a farmer, and factory will agree to buy the produce of the farmer after 30 days at 15 rupees per kg. When they both enter into a contract, they are reducing their risk. Farmer is reducing the risk of decrease in prices. Factory is reducing the risk of increase in prices. So when they enter into a contract, they agree to buy a particular quantity. Here it is 100 kg at a particular price, that is 15 rupees per kg, and during a certain time, that is after 30 days. So when they enter into a contract, there would be obligation on both the parties to complete that contract. That is, farmer would have to sell and the factory would have to buy. This is called a futures contract. Some people might call it forward. So if that is a direct contract between a farmer and a factory, that is a forward contract. But if this happens through an exchange, then this is called a futures contract. Let's come to the last question of the day, which is again a numerical. So we started with a numerical, we will end with a numerical, and let's see. I hope a lot of people would have got 4 out of 4 till now, and if you can solve this question, those people can get 5 out of 5 today, and I'm sure that who are getting 5 out of 5 today are an RBI grade B material. So basically you have to find a price of a zero coupon bond that is maturing in 3 years. The face value or the par value is 1000 and the required yield is 8%. Come on guys, let's see. I'll give you 2 minutes to solve this question and then I'll see who is able to answer this. This is not an easy question. This is a calculation based question. But let's see. Assume you are in a live exam, you are giving RBI grade B paper, and if you can solve this question, you can get through your RBI grade B paper and you will be selected as an RBI grade B manager. Oh my god, Ashutosh has answered it as 1. So fast. Let's see if it's correct or not. There is always a risk when you try to solve such questions very fast. You might be wrong sometimes because you might do away with correct calculations or you might do wrong calculations. But let's see. Tritha has also come up with an answer, option number 1. I am totally flummoxed. How can you answer it so quickly? But let's see, is it correct? Tritha is again saying option number 1, that is 793. Come on guys, come on. Not every question in the exam would be easy. There would be some tough questions like this. Mahalakshmi has answered it as 1. Come on, only 3 guys have answered it and have already 1.5 minutes gone. Sinmay Sekia is saying option number 1. So 4 students could answer it in first 1.5 minutes. Only 30 seconds are left. Vipin Verma is saying 1. Savan Kumar is saying 793.83. Savan, so you have to go with option 1 because that is the closest. Vivek Ranjan is saying 1, Deepika Tripathi is saying A. So time is over guys, 2 minutes are almost over and I can see that a lot of people have answered it as 793 and that shall be the correct answer if a lot of people are answering it as option number 1, and that makes me feel very happy that a lot of people have answered it within 2 minutes and the answer is indeed 193. And the explanation is, I'll not go into the detail of how we reach this formula and what is zero coupon bond. I assume you know that basically for zero coupon bond, the bond price is calculated by this formula, M divided by 1 plus I raised to the power n. M here is your maturity value, which is 1000. I is your yield, and yield in the question is given to be 8% or 0.08. And if you put this if you put these values in the formula for the bond price of a zero coupon bond, you will get M, that is 1000, divided by 1 plus I, that is 0.08 raised to the power 3, because your maturity period is 3 years, and you will get your answer as 793. So I'm very happy. I cannot express my happiness today that a lot of people could solve even such a complex question in such a shorter duration of time. That makes me feel happy. Guys, you are on a right path. Keep working hard, and with God's grace, with a little bit luck, you can crack RBI grade B this year or SEBI graded this year. So thanks for watching guys. I could have put in more questions, but I know a lot of people would find it rather easy to solve these 5 questions, but then a lot of people who find it little tough to absorb this much of information, zero coupon bonds, future value annuity factor, Herzberg theory and all those things. For those, I want to go slow because still there is a lot of time. Amanjit Kaur is asking a question: can we use a calculator in the exam? Amanjit, it's a bit tricky question. Till 2016, calculators were allowed, but after that, calculators were taken off. So this year, most probably they will not be allowed, but that will become clear only after they come out with the notification. So Manideep Vardu has 4 out of 5 correct. Tritha is saying, when can we expect the notification? Tritha, there is no answer to this. This year, NABARD, SEBI and RBI, all of three are going to come, and never been in the history they have all come together. So I think they will be very neatly placed, one after another, like it was last year. There is a lot of coordination between these organizations, though they are different. So I think once the elections are over, or even before the elections, they will start coming one by one, and it would be like non-stop preparation for you, one after the another, first, second and third. And I don't know which will come first, but yes, what I feel is that all of three are going to come. I am pretty sure about NABARD and SEBI. From our sources, we know that notification for NABARD and SEBI is kind of already ratified, already approved, but the dates are yet not finalized. For RBI, anyways, we are getting from last 6-7 years. Why not this year? There are a lot of vacancies. Ashutosh is saying 5 out of 5. Good. Sunny is saying, EduTap, any discount on grade B course? Sunny, you can always call us on our numbers. The numbers are 8146207241. I repeat, 8146207241. In case you are not able to note it down now, once the recorded version of this video comes, you can listen to this video again and write down the numbers. Thank you guys. Thank you for being beautiful participants today and participating in great numbers. Thank you. We shall meet next week again and start with some new questions. Thank you. Bye.